The experiment that now is on the International Space Station is an idea we had back in 2012. So we submitted a proposal to CASIS, who actually supplied us with the funding to put together this payload that was recently launched to the International Space Station aboard SpaceX's CRS-10 mission. The payload itself is an imaging device that, once demonstrated in the space environment, could be used on future space missions that could go on to image Earth-like planets around other stars. Now, last week this payload was actually installed on the NanoRacks external platform and then moved to the external facility where it's now operating, and we have just this week started to receive the data from the payload. It's been a very interesting process. We were quite worried at launch and very relieved when we saw that there was a successful launch. And then we've had this period of around 2 or 3 months where the payload has been waiting to be put through the airlock. So we haven't actually known until now that the payload survived launch and was going to function. So now the payload is on board the ISS. We've actually turned it on and we're receiving data. What happens is the camera takes a test pattern image that is then uploaded into the space station systems before being downloaded to the ground. And we have some of that data coming in today. So this is the data from this morning. And that data actually looks exactly like this. So this is the data that we've actually received from the camera itself yesterday. And this test pattern here is allowing us to see the features of the camera and how the quality of the images in the camera are changing the longer and longer and longer it's been in space. And so we're hoping that this image actually maintains its quality through the 6-month mission that we're seeing. We also get data about the health of the system itself. So this spreadsheet is actually telling us the temperature of the sensors on board the camera as a function of time. So here we can see where the payload was actually turned on Friday, and we see that now the electronics are warming up, and this actual pattern here is the temperature swings as the space station goes from inside the Earth's shadow, where everything is a bit cooler, to actually on the day side of the Earth. And we see that cycle every 90 minutes. So this is the orbital period of the International Space Station. So not only are we getting really cool data from our payload itself, we're also seeing the type of data changes seen as a result of the orbit of the space station. So this payload is a demonstration of why Florida Tech is the space university. We've had student involvement on this project for several years, and this is actually going to produce data that's going to go on and allow students to complete PhD projects. So this is a brilliant demonstration of the close ties that Florida Tech has with NASA itself and the whole space industry.